evening and welcome to Posse Presents. Another Saturday night in the studio because that's what we do. It's been a week. It's been a series of weeks. I don't know about anybody else. And I guess this is going to be an interesting week too. We've got the time change. We've got a full moon coming. And there's a Friday the 13th this week, which makes me happy. But I know a lot of people don't enjoy the thought of a Friday the 13th. That's just who I am. Anybody who knows me, a lot of people will, message me or text me or, whatever. Hey, it's Friday the 13th. I thought of you. And like I said, if you know me, that makes perfect sense. And so because this was a week, I turned to my supporters, as I do from time to time, and asked for suggestions for adoptables, and everybody delivered, as you usually do, which is a beautiful thing. Sometimes it just makes it easier for me, because I don't have to go hunting the way I do for my adoptables for the week. It also gives my viewers a say in who gets aired, and it gives a chance for some of the ones maybe I wouldn't have seen and really need a plug or a little bit of exposure or whatever you want to call it. So I like that. I like when I can take requests, so to speak, because I really like to see adoptions. I like to see animals find homes and do the happily ever after. It's really something, obviously, is why I do this and why I've been doing the show for 8 years and everything else I've done all along and before and until and whatever. But I've got quite a few animals for you this week. And so I guess now's as good a time as any to get started. Who is up for a pair of littles? Because these guys are just so adorable. I can't stand it. They're very tempting. We've got Lucy and Bella, and Zach, you can scroll through their pictures. I mean, look at these guys. Look at their little face. I can't stand the cuteness on either one of them. Now, Lucy and Bella recently lost their home when their owner passed away. These two girls would very much like to stay together, and who can blame them because, they've lost everything they've known up until now. And, that's one of those things that pulls at my heartstrings is, displaced dogs because their people got old or had something happen or passed away. So anyway, Lucy is 13 and very sweet. She doesn't seem to be a big fan of the big dogs at the shelter and would do best in a home with no kids. Bella is 3 and described as a little spitfire. Bella is very vocal and loves to play. They are at Harwinton Animal Control, and that is in Connecticut. You can call Tom at 860-806-8743. Once again, 860-806-8743. They are so tempting. They're adorable. Not thinking that I could necessarily squeeze 2 more females in my house, though, because my Bella, and I would have 2 Bellas. What would I do with that? Anyway, my Bella and Lovey took a long time to not want to eat each other, so I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, they are definitely worth taking home. So somebody please adopt them so I stop being tempted. That would be a great thing. Next up, we have Diego. And he is so handsome. He's so very handsome. He's a 2-year-old hound mix who's been at the shelter for just over a year. And I've aired him before. It's so sad to have to keep showing the same animals because Nobody's picked them. Diego is dog friendly, people friendly, and is much adored by his shelter buddies who consider him the shelter comedian. So, he's a well-rounded dog who's a lot of fun. He's goofy. He's got a good heart. He loves everybody. Why is he still sitting there? Why? Because a lot of times brindle dogs get looked over, just like black dogs get passed over. And it's like, I don't understand. They're the best. So Diego learns quickly and loves to run and play fetch with his tennis balls. And as you can see in the pictures, he looks like a little hoarder in that one. Anyway, you can follow him on Facebook, Help Diego Find a Home. Or if you are interested, you can contact the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter in Wantagh, New York, and that's in Long Island, 516-785-5220, 516-785-5220. And so now we've got some kitties, and I tend to show more dogs than cats, but I make up for it from time to time. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal at all. We've got Rocky Balboa, who is no Sylvester Stallone, but he is a handsome 2-year-old who loves to chat, run around the shelter, and play. Poor Rocky was left in an empty apartment when his family moved and was found alone, cold, and hungry. Why do people do that? I don't understand. Why? Why not bring an animal to safety rather than abandon it? But that's going to be a theme here. Rocky still has a lot of love in his heart in spite of such a betrayal, and he's hoping that a real forever family will find him soon. Rocky Balboa is waiting at Animals for Life at 195 Rubber Avenue in Naugatuck, Connecticut. And if you're interested, the number's 203-267-6777. Next up, we have, I'm going to say Sheila. It's an interesting spelling. She is a sweet 2-year-old girl who was also betrayed by people I'm sure she loved and trusted. She was found in a box alone with a note that said, "I had babies 4 weeks ago." Of course, no one knows what became of those poor babies, 4-week-old babies. Half of the time that they should have still had to spend with their mom, because you don't take animals away from their mom before at least 8 weeks. So anyway, Sheila suffered through a bad case of mastitis, and that was because she was still lactating, and that all had nowhere to go because she didn't have her babies. Thanks, people. Anyway, on top of the anguish she was certainly going through for her ordeal, she also lost about 3 inches of her tail because the anxiety of all this caused her to start chewing on it. Sheila is doing great now and would just like a home with a sunny window and lots of love. This poor girl, she got such a sweet face. How people do the things they do to animals is beyond me. Anyway, Sheila is at Animals for Life, again in Naugatuck, Connecticut, 203-267-6777. 203-267-6777. Next up is Bebo. And Bebo is a friendly guy who loves attention and will let you know when he's had enough. Bebo wasn't doing well at the shelter, so he's been in a foster home, but that arrangement was only until spring, and now that spring is here, Bebo needs a forever home or another foster ASAP. Bebo loves lounging, bird watching, as you can see in that picture, and sunning himself. If you are interested in 2-year-old Bebo, call Animals for Life, Naugatuck, Connecticut, 203-267-6777, 203-267-6777. That brings us to Harley. Harley is such a sweetie. A little bit of a 6-pound girl who at 9 years old was left taped in a box with no food or water. Again, how have animals become such throwaways? I don't understand. I'll never understand how people can just tape a cat in a box and leave it, move out and leave it behind. Like, what do you think is going to happen? It just boggles my mind. But anyway, fortunately, Harley is mellow and even-tempered and quite the talker. She loves nothing more than to sit in your lap and tell you a story. Harley is in a foster home, so if you are interested in meeting her, it will be best to call the shelter ahead of time so that she can be brought down to meet with you. And Harley is also at Animals for Life, 203-267-6777, 203-267-6777. Next up, we have a pair, Ariel and Andy, and they are so adorable. And, you know, they look a lot alike except for the coloring. The markings are incredibly similar, if you ask me. They're a bonded pair, but they're not siblings. They're both about 7 months old. And, you know, all that means is sometimes you choose your family, right? People do it. Why not animals? So Ariel is playful, active, and entertaining, and will actually jump on your back if you bend over. So, you know, it's like kind of having the monkey kitty on your back. Andy is more reserved, but enjoys playing with Ariel and the toys they share. These two complement each other perfectly and will give joy to the family who takes them home. And, you know, at 7 months old, they're going to give someone a lifetime of joy. They are waiting for their forever home at Animals for Life, Naugatuck, Connecticut, 203-267-6777, 203-267-6777. Next up, we have another pair, Raja and Bear, and they would like very much to be able to stay together. And these two are just gorgeous. I mean, look at them. How could you not fall in love? I mean, they are just, look at the eyes on both of them. Just so beautiful, these two cats. And they're both about 2 years old. They are both FIV positive. So, you know, that's a little bit of a niche because, you know, people don't understand that that's not a death sentence. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, FIV kitties sit because the thinking usually is you don't want to mix them with cats who don't have it. Sometimes people don't want a single cat. They want more than one. Well, here you go. Here's a pair. You know, FIV is a manageable thing. It's not like I said, it's not like it's a death sentence. These two are awesome cats. They room together at the shelter and get along very well. Raja loves to sunbathe upside down. He likes to play and enjoys sitting in your lap for long belly rubs. Bear isn't a sun worshiper, but he does love to play and have lap time, but he'll let you know when he's had enough. I mean, I can't say enough about how gorgeous these two are. Very striking looks. Their eyes, I could just get lost in them. So, you know, if someone has FIV kitties, if someone wants to give a pair of them a home, here is, you know, just like a ready-made family for you, and they'll give you so much joy. Anyway, they are also at Animals for Life in Naugatuck, 203-267-6777, 203-267-6777. And, you know, if you'd like to fill out an application online or get any other info, you can visit the Animals for Life website, which is animalsforlife.org. And definitely have to give a shout out to Emily Kate for the great pics. Those are all of them but Harley and Bebo were done professionally. And, you know, that's just such a nice touch when a photographer will go to a shelter and, you know, spend some time taking pictures of the adoptables, because it's a whole different, as you can see, you know, it's a whole different experience. It's a different eye. And, you know, we as people who are trying to get our animals adopted kind of have a different spin on pictures rather than a professional. And so many of the pictures I see done by professionals are just amazing. And so here you have it. Anyway, next up we have Royal. That's all right, you're fine, Zach. Zach's in there apologizing for nothing. Royal is a gorgeous 5-year-old Akita mix who has some stories to tell, but the most important thing he'd tell you is that he really wants a home. Royal is fun, energetic, and likes other dogs. And as you can see, this guy, if he gets up on his hind legs, is a pretty tall dog. I mean, that's kind of amazing, his size. Anyway, Royal is, like I said, fun, energetic, and he likes other dogs. He'll melt your heart with his soulful eyes, which are actually 2 different colors. I think we get to see that on one of his pictures a little more closely. Yeah, I mean, there should be the picture with the kennel card, unless I messed that up. There you go. So that picture, it's kind of far away, but yeah, he's got these beautiful 2 different color eyes, and you know, he's really a catch. So if you are interested in finding out more about Royal, you can contact the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter in Wantagh, New York. Again, that's in Long Island. 516-785-5220, 516-785-5220. Next up, we've got Blueberry. And I love when people make these little like poster card things. You know, it makes it really easy to share. Things don't get lost. And so the next few we've got here are pretty amazing. Blueberry is 8 months old, and according to her bio, is single and sassy. Her card reads, fit, single, and ready to mingle. Up for a romantic walk this afternoon? I'm an adventurer who is looking for the right mate for endless play dates. I have exquisite taste, so if you're a foodie, call me. We can chat about bones over the phone. Isn't that great? I love this concept. Anyway, Blueberry is at the Stratford, Connecticut Animal Control, and the number, if you're interested, is 203-385-4068. Once again, 203-385-4068. Next up is Penelope. And here's another one of these great cards. Penelope is about 4 years old and looking for love. Her card reads, single, snuggly, free spirit is seeking like-minded companion for a lifelong commitment. I like long walks, butt scratches, and cozy nights cuddling on the couch. I'm not aggressive, but kids and other animals are not in my future. I prefer to be your one and only. I'm a good listener and provide instant stress relief. And Penelope is also at the Stratford Animal Control Facility, and the number, if you're interested, is 203-385-4068, 203-385-4068. Next up, we have Brownie. And Brownie is a 7-month-old who is in search of a home as special as he is. His card reads, Brownie is on a mission, green grass to lay in and a home to call his own. Rescued from a cruelty situation, Brownie suffers from a lack of socialization and training. He is coming along nicely with his training, but would thrive in the right home. Adults and older children only at this time. Brownie will come with 6 in-home training sessions and his adoption fee will be waived for the right home. Now, this poor dog, as a result of cruelty, never stood a chance as a puppy to have a normal puppy life where, he got out and about in the world and he got to see things and do things. And so, my guess is that's where the extra training comes in. He's going to need a little more TLC, a little more coaching, hence the in-home training sessions. This poor dog is like starting over with a past at a very young age, but totally, going to be a great dog under the right circumstances. And so that's, I think, why all of these things are going on here with his adoption. And that's great because the shelter is totally trying to make sure that he's not failed like he clearly was already. And so Brownie is also at Stratford Animal Control, and that's 203-385-4068, 203-385-4068. Next up, we have my long timer, Juniper. And, it's been, Zach's like, oh my God. It's been a thing with Juniper in the last couple of months at least. The ladies at the shelter are finding all of these amazing outfits for her, and she's such a good dog. She goes for it. She enjoys it. She models these outfits and she rocks it. Juniper's just an amazing dog who had a rough start. She didn't have socialization. She was found as a stray. She was afraid of everything. She's come such a long way. She's a little timid around people, but once she warms up to you, she's just like, she's like, hey, how you doing? She's a great dog. There was another cool, that's okay. Another cool outfit. I'm not sure. It almost looks like a stars and stuff, doesn't it, Zach? I mean, I'm not really sure what the pattern is, but it's very cool. And again, here she is rocking it. Now that next picture, she had a piece done on her by the dodo, and that was pretty huge. And there was a wish list published, and Juniper's getting sent all these really cool things that she can have and that she can share with her shelter mates. And it's a very cool thing. And so from time to time, the ladies like to take pictures and be show the gratitude, so to speak, for the stuff that gets sent to our little Juniper. And it's pretty cool. I think do we have another outfit? Yeah. Yep, she's got a pretty purple sweater on. Juniper is okay with other dogs. She's a little unsure of how to be a dog around other dogs. So probably what would be best would be if she was going to live with another animal, just to be like a laid back kind of dog that, wouldn't mind her awkwardness until she kind of gets in the swing of things and learns how to just mesh. And a lot of times these dogs, you don't know where they came from or what really happened to them, but you can pretty much bet that they didn't have much of a life. And I think that's the case with Juniper. And it's really sad because, again, she's a brindle dog. She's dark colored. Everybody looks her over, passes her over, and she's just gold. Come on. How many dogs that you know of, or how many people have dogs that don't mind dressing up, that, you can just throw clothes on? And, there she is in a pretty Argyle sweater with one of her loyal shelter buddies. These dogs at the town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, where Juniper is waiting, they do so much for the animals. They go in and they walk, they kind of like pick their dogs and try to make sure everybody gets out. There's so many dogs there. Juniper's so fortunate to have such a force to keep her going. and, get her ready for adoption. She's going through a little bit of training with the ladies there, and, she's working on being the best dog that she could be, but she's going to be even better when she's in a home. And, we're all hoping so much that that happens for her very soon, because, she's deserving. She's been in the shelter for 2 years. Come on. That's crazy. She's such a good girl. You can follow along her story and her videos and these amazing pictures of her in outfits on Facebook. Juniper Needs a Forever Home. And, come on, look at her with her. She almost looks like she should be coming to the St. Patrick's Day Parade with me next week. So she is at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, and the number is 516-785-5220, 516-785-5220. And I'll take the camera back. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day parades, I will be joining Juno. Not Juno, because Juno is retired, she'll be home, but Juno's Place and Sweet Pea Friends of Rutland Animals in the Worcester, Mass. St. Patrick's Day Parade next Sunday. So if you're in that vicinity, come on out and say hi. We'll be on the Standard Auto Float / Sweet Pea / Juno's Place and everybody else that jumps aboard. Pound Posse presents. Anyway, so yeah, how much time do we have left, Zach? 40 seconds. So in 40 seconds, I can tell you that all of the animals that were shown tonight need homes. There are so many more in shelters that I didn't show. If you're looking to add a family member to your home, please adopt. The old saying, adopt, don't shop. Really, these animals are so deserving. Some of them have pasts, but you know what? Love heals everything. And on that note, I'm going to say peace, love, and dogs. Until next week, thank you very much for watching, and good night.